this is Cian. Welcome to another video. Today we're reading Chapter 8 of Hermitcraft Mayhem. Obviously you can tell from the title of the video which perspective it is. But yeah, this is a Minecraft-inspired story where I put Minecraft YouTubers that I enjoy watching into a Minecraft-like world and seeing what happens. And yeah, kind of like D&D, but this is for Hermitcraft. Because I like Hermitcraft, so why not? But there are captions available in this video if you want to follow along with the chapter. Don't have to, but you can. And yeah, stay tuned. More story to tell. Impulse knelt at Kate's bedside. Skiz sitting in a chair next to him. His best friend held the girl's hand gently, like a father would for his child. Kate's face was still terribly pale, but she looked better than when Impulse first woke up a few days ago. How could everything have happened so fast? And why had Richard been so brutal in his attempt to take the life of this 13-year-old girl? At least we don't have to worry about him anymore. Skiz's voice filled his mind. Impulse let out a sigh, letting his shoulders relax. I still can't believe it, Impulse admitted, looking up at the bedroom door opened. Standing in the doorway was a woman who looked quite similar to Kate. The girl's eyes widened. Mom! Kate gasped as her mother smiled, crossing the room to stand next to Grian. How are you doing, sweetie? Her mother asked gently. I'm okay, I guess, Kate said, fidgeting with the blanket with her free hand. Not sure how this nearly dying thing actually works. Lyra chuckled, kneeling beside the bed on the opposite side. I'm not sure it'll ever get easier. I'm glad you're doing better. Yeah, Kate swallowed. Impulse felt a tap on his shoulder, glancing over at Skiz on his feet. We should give these two some space, he whispered, gesturing to the door. No, it's all right, Lyra said quickly, looking up at the two of them. Impulse could see Grian hesitantly inch toward the door before pausing. She just woke up. I don't think we should overwhelm her. I'm fine, Kate said matter-of-factly. Just a little tired, but I think that's because I've been sleeping. No nightmares? Lyra pressed. Kate shook her head. Oh, really? Lyra sighed in relief, patting her daughter's shoulder. Good. I can't wait to get out of this bed, though, Kate stated, lifting her chin. Grian giggled. Where is everyone else, by the way? Pearl and Scar? Joel? Upstairs practicing, Jim pointed up above them. Wish we could be up there, Luke muttered grumpily. Why do we have to be down here when we could be having fun up there? Hey, I'm here too, Isaac said calmly with a shrug. It's not Caleb's fault that he's a hybrid. Luke shook his head. You'll get there. Just be patient, Haley encouraged. Just a few more weeks. That's if we're lucky and those goons don't show up again, Josh replied. Pretty sure Connor is going to be ready to make his move by then. He does like to work fast, Haley agreed with a frown, turning her head to the others. We'll be ready, Bill said. He rose to his feet. We just finished an alarm system that only activates when the redstone turns off. Haley nodded. Does it work? I don't see why it shouldn't. That's cool. Can I see it? Hey, Kate asked hopefully. Once you feel better, Jem said sweetly. Kate huffed, but couldn't hide a smile. She won't be on her feet before us, will she, Haley? Luke asked, his tone almost a whine. That depends on if she has the healing factor, Haley stated. If she still has the healing factor, I mean. Haley stated, heading toward a nearby chest and taking out a couple of bowls. You three must be hungry. Ladies there first, I suppose, Luke teased, sneaking a glance at Kate. The girl blushed. Regenerate. Saturation works just as well, Haley reported calmly, handing a bowl to the twins before going back to the chest to grab one for Isaac. It keeps you full longer so your body can focus on healing instead of feeling hungry all the time. It's good either way. Thanks, Mrs. Kimberly. Josh stood through a few sips of suspicious stew. You're very welcome, Lyra smiled before getting to her feet, turning her attention back to her daughter. Bleh. I need to rebandage Aaron's injuries. I'll be back soon. How is she? Kate asked her mother. She's doing much better, but it's still going to take time. Okay. Kate lowered her head, saying farewell to her mother before Lyra walked out the door, disappearing from view. I don't know how she does it, Haley sighed, taking care of so many adults. At least we're easy on you, Josh teased. Haley rolled her eyes. The boy laughed. We should probably let our patients have some rest, Haley said calmly, glancing at each of the hermits. It's a lot of visitors, as it is. Cregan giggled. You'll be okay in here by yourself? I've done it before, Haley waved them off. We could do some bed practice, Jem suggested. That's actually a good idea, Impulse jumped in. We need to come up with a plan tonight to stop Gerald from hurting Scar again. Wait, what? Kate nearly fell out of her bed with surprise. Yeah, Cregan said softly. Scar's been having some pretty bad nightmares lately. But I thought Gerald said he had better things to do. I know, but I don't think he cares. Grin kicked the carpet with his foot. He is obviously up to something. We just don't know what. But why Scar? There are better ways to go after Stampy, Kate muttered, her green eyes meeting Green. The young hermit swallowed. I don't know. We'll figure it out, even if we have to drag him off the cliff, Skid stated firmly. Pulse chuckled nervously. It's more likely he'd teleport away or drop off the cliff. He could have when we were at the valley, Green said. The cliff to the void wasn't far. He probably wanted to play with his prize, Haley shrugged. The Jargon brothers like to do it too. No wonder they got along so well, Impulse grumbled. We'll find a way. We always do, Skiz insisted, putting a hand on Impulse's shoulder. I am not letting that jerk hurt my buddy. Impulse nodded, but before he could suggest leaving, a door opened and footsteps filled the hallway. A few moments later, Liam appeared, with a small book in his hands. The cover was gray, like Gerald's eyes, as the young man entered the room. Haley, I've got the results. Haley nodded, looking over at Kate. We had Liam take a little bit of your blood to see what was there. Okay, Kate perked up, straightening. What did you find, Liam? Liam tossed the book between his hands a couple of times before opening it. The young man's attention was focused on the book, not meeting their gaze. Got a few updates. Not just for Kate. Haley frowned. Is something wrong? Is your aunt okay? As far as I know, Rose is fine. Liam shrugged. Let her sigh. I'm not sure how to tell you this. Is Gerald still somehow inside me? Somewhere inside me, Kate asked, her green eyes watching the boy intently. There is less than 10% of Gerald's DNA mixed with yours, Liam said calmly. There are still remnants left. Of course, since The experiment was not completed, but it's significantly less than it was when Rhinestone first injected you with his DNA. Kate gulped. So, he's gone? I don't know. Liam sighed. I'd have to look into it some more, but something about this isn't adding up. What do you mean? Green asked, looking over at his protector. Gerald is getting stronger, despite losing the strongest connection he had with Kate. Liam glanced over at Green. He was able to drag you, Impulse, and Scar into your own nightmares. And Scar keeps telling me that there are more of Gerald's than last time. There are? Impulse stiffened. Liam nodded. You can ask him yourself. Before the ambush with the robots, the shadowy forms of Gerald were there to scare him. They never touched him or held him down. Only the true Gerald did. Not this time? Skiz furrowed his brow. Not for the last 3 nights, Liam confirmed with a nod. And he seriously can't let it go? Green squeaked. Liam shook his head. Nope, not as long as I've known him. Do you think Conover asked Gerald to do it? Jim asked. Green said Rob was there last time. Maybe. You don't sound so sure, Isaac pointed out. Liam sighed. We need to figure this out before Conover makes his next move. We'll make him regret showing up in the dream world, Skid said. We're in control of our own dreams there. He still overpowered 3 of us, Impulse warned. With an army of lookalikes. Robot or human? Skid glanced over at his best friend. Does it matter? Joe's getting stronger and trying to hurt us. Impulse insisted. And he claimed to know my weakness. It shook the thought out of its mind. Impulse knew he wasn't weak. Not when he had his friends with him, but what if Gerald found him alone? Or one of the men let him take control? Could he stand up to the bully that Gerald was? Liam nodded, glancing down at the book again. Let me know if you sense anything, Kate. Okay? Even if it's small. Kate nodded. I'll try. Liam smiled, the gesture vanishing when there was a knock on the front door. Hang on, let me get it. Be careful, we don't know who's out there, Jem called out as the boy disappeared into the hallway. Impulse glanced over at Skiz. Should they follow him? See who it was? What if it was a trap? No, it couldn't be. Conover couldn't be ready to make his next move already. The machine Conover had recreated from Viva's blueprints had been destroyed. Even though there was a possibility they had another, was it worth sending an army after a group of defenseless YouTubers and protectors? Conover was in charge of the cause now. He had more things to worry about than attacking Stampy's friends. Right? Impulse swallowed, the question bombarding his brain as he watched Green slip out of the room. He should follow him, in case there was trouble. Before he knew it, Impulse crossed the room and walked out into the hallway. Wait for me! Skiz hissed, jogging just behind him. Impulse smiled. Blake was nowhere to be seen in the hallway. He was either with his mother in the other bedroom or joined Liam by the front door. Impulse scanned the hallway, spotting Green crouched by the wall, giving himself a clear view of his front door without being seen. The pace is really coming along. Sam's voice filled the hallway as Impulse met up with Green, peeking over his friend's shoulder. Liam and Sam were in the doorway. The door was closed behind them. We should be able to return in a day or two. Is Erin ready for travel? We'll see, Liam said with a nod. But she's doing well. As a quick flight or a ride should be okay. She hasn't woken up yet? Not as far as I know. The burns were pretty bad. Worse than yours, Sam said quietly, rubbing his hand over his arm. More stampies. Impulse noticed Liam flinch. Yeah, but she'll be okay for her travel in a couple days. Falls still at the base? She wanted to do some finishing touches, Sam said quickly. I'd be with her now, but I got a call a few minutes ago. It's too urgent to wait. A call? Liam's eyebrows rose. From who? Dan. Sam glanced toward the window. Can we go to the kitchen so we can talk privately? Is it bad? Liam asked. About, you know what? I don't know. I don't think it does, Sam said reluctantly. I just want to talk to you first before telling the hermits. You're not gonna like this. Korean looked over his shoulder to Impulse's Skiz. Impulse noted Jem was standing behind Skiz now, concerned in her green eyes. What was Sam talking about? What happened? Liam nodded. Any updates from Stampy? Still inconclusive, Liam sighed. We don't have time for this. Sam grabbed Liam's arm, pulling him into the main room. I know, Stampy's trying his best, but any time another team captures one of Carnivor's men, Stampy arrives to find that they were released or dead. Liam groaned, the brothers' voices fading as the kitchen door opened and closed. The hermits had successfully evaded detection by dashing around the corner at so the boys wouldn't see them. What could they be talking about? Jim asked softly. I don't know, but Sam looks worried. Green frowned, getting to his feet as he quietly walked toward the door. It's gotta be big if they're both nervous, Skiz said. Yeah, Stampy's clearly working hard on something, Impulse agreed. Why is he tracking down members of Carnivor's group? What is he trying to figure out? He probably wants to make sure Viva's contraptions aren't still out there, Jim pointed out. But the cause isn't a huge fan of him, Impulse reminded her. Not all of them are. Only a small portion of people. Most teams are more than happy to help him out, Jim said brightly. Especially if he has contact with Rose. Does he? Impulse asked, raising an eyebrow. Jim shrugged. I don't know, but it would make sense if she sent him to a safe house only she knew about. He'd have to be able to reach her in case of emergencies. Impulse's eyes widened. Of course, that makes sense. We can ask them when they're done with their little chat, Skiz suggested. Not sure G got the memo, Jim snickered. Green was right beside the kitchen door now, ear pressed up against the wood. The younger hermit was watching them, a finger to his lips, as if silencing them, even though they were on the other side of the hole. That'll be, Impulse said simply. What else are we supposed to do here? Sit down and do nothing? Skiz giggled. We should go to the meeting room. They'll show. Jem nodded, gesturing toward Green. The younger hermit hesitated, looking between his friends and the door before coming to them. After Jem told him the plan, Green nodded. There seems to have been some sort of break-in, Green whispered, as they slipped into the other room. Some masked hooligans released an entire wing of prisoners. It was a mess. Masked hooligans? Skiz asked curiously. Yeah, Green replied. I didn't get if anyone got out, though. We'll make them tell, Skiz grinned. Oh, Sam is already planning on it. Green smirked. He wants to talk to the adults first, then come find us. I could ask Pearl if Scar and Joel want to come down for a little meeting, Jem offered. Speed Up's still in the other room? I don't know, Bull shrugged. I haven't seen him. He should be. He wouldn't go far from an adult. Green mused. Skiz giggled. Aren't we all technically adults? Jem nudged him playfully. You don't always act like it. Impulse chuckled. I'll go over and check. Blake's probably there too. We should have some protectors in here. They aren't far. Skids brushed off with a wide smile. We'll be waiting, Jim said calmly. Impulse waved before heading toward the hallway. The sleepover room was quiet now, but you could still hear soft voices in the other bedroom as they opened the door. Sure enough, Beat-Ups and Blake were on the other side, along with Julius, Aaron, and the adults. Is everything all right? Clara frowned, looking over at the hermit. We're fine. I just wanted to borrow Beat-Ups and Blake for a minute, if you don't mind. Beat-Ups giggled. Not a problem. Need my help with something? Sam's here, and he's got news, Impulse replied. Apparently there's been a break-in in one of the prisons. Beat-Up's eyes widened. Did anyone get out? I don't know. Sam went to talk to Liam privately first. We're going to talk to them when they get out. Cool, I'm coming. Beat-Ups nodded, crossing the distance and arriving at the door next to Impulse. And Blake shook his head behind him. Sure enough, though, the boy followed suit. You're going to have to find out what happens next week, I'm afraid, because that's the end of that chapter. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you do like these videos and you want to see more, be sure to subscribe, like the video, do all the things, and click the bell so you get notified when the next video comes out. You know how things work, but yeah. So basically, next week, you get to see Chapter 9, which will be Korean. And, of course, you get to see Korean's perspective of the report. So, yeah. See ya!